Okay, hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being early today. I'm so happy to see you once again. It's been quite some time, a big gap before I return to doing talks like this again. Okay, so today we have a very interesting topic to discuss. Okay, so this is about meridians in the body as well as MagHealy. So today I'm going to focus and talk about this wonderful device here that I love very, very much. Okay, now this MagHealy is a German quantum technology. Okay, I call it artificial intelligence. And there is a new program called the Meridian Modules program where it can actually scan our body and reveal quite a lot of the past emotions that are stuck in the body. And those are the emotions that eventually make us sick. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the importance of meridians in our body. Where exactly are the 12 pathway? Okay, and how the meridians can actually talk to us, and whether or not we understand is a different matter. So after today, I hope we can all understand the meridian language. Okay, and at the end of it, okay, if your friend is with you and if you want a free meridian analysis, please contact, okay, the person who has invited you to this talk so that you can get a meridian analysis to check which are the emotions that has actually or is actually making you sick. Okay, all right. A brief introduction about myself. I'm an A-level biology by training. So I've been lecturing A-level bio for the last 20 over years and still teaching. Okay, and since 2017, I was first exposed to energy medicine, and that's through bioresonance. And I became fascinated with bioresonance. And when I took my first scan, I was just totally surprised, and shocked that it can be so accurate and so true, about me. And when I started using it for my own therapy, for emotions and all that, and I realized that, wow, this particular AI and technology is simply amazing. Okay, so since then, I have read and find out quite a lot about bioresonance. To date, from then to date, I bought a big machine and I started scanning and doing therapy for my clients. To date, I've scanned more than 500 people, and through all the reports, I know how good and how accurate they are. Okay, so from my experience in interacting with people, I have also compiled 2 books, okay, to help people to use and maximize on the 2 Healy devices. So I hope you have gotten your copy. If not, you can do that after the talk. Now, the sharing today is from my own personal experience as well as to provide, more education, more awareness about the importance of holistic well-being, not just the physical body, but the body, mind, and the soul. Okay, and today, whatever that I share with you, I hope that you will continue to explore a little bit more about Meridian, to understand it and use it for a good purpose, and use it to restore your own health or continue to promote your own well-being. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a few pictures to see whether or not you understand what the body is talking to you and what the body is trying to tell you. Okay, for me, when the body starts to whisper and tell you what they need, it is important to listen. If we don't listen, then later on it will progress to more discomfort and pain, and that will be like the body is shouting for our attention. Okay, so I've learned to watch my body and then listen to what it's trying to tell me. Okay, so you may have in our entire life here, all of us at some point in our life may have had a tooth problem, either a toothache or whether there had been a tooth removal. Okay, we may have root canal issues to clean up all the nerves that's giving us the pain, gum infection, jaw pain. Okay, jaw pain, especially towards the back over here. Okay, so all these are signs and symptoms that the body is trying to tell us something, but do we know? Okay, I'm not going to tell you yet what it means. You will come to know about it later in this talk. Now, if you look at these 4 pictures here, okay, so are they the same problem? Are all these the same problem? Or are they different problems? How many problems are there here? You want to make a guess? Okay. All right. So these are 4 different problems. Okay. So sometimes we just classified them as one problem. It's 4 different problems, and I'll tell you later on what they are. Okay. Now let's check our body right now. Okay. Look at your hands. Okay. Look at your feet. And when you bathe after today, look at your body. All right, are there any of these type of brown spots, very defined, specific brown spots? Are there any moles? Are there any growths, skin tags? Are there any birthmarks, that you have ever since you were born? So are these random spots? Okay, do they just, some people will say, yeah, these are spots when you get old, you have all these aging spots. Are aging spots random, or are they paintings? Okay, or are they writings of the body that carries a certain message? So if you understand the meridian, you will understand there are certain message encrypted in all these spots that the body is trying to tell us. Interesting. Okay, now do you have blocked nose? That means these are perpetual blocked nose, or blocked nose that come for a few days and then they went away and then come back again and all that, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, runny nose. Okay, cysts or polyps that grow in your entire respiratory tract. Tension, headache at the front here, at the sides, at the sides, they all carry different meanings. So a headache is not just a headache. Okay, so a headache, we look at whether the headache is at the side, the headache is at the center, the headache is at the top. Okay, where is the location? It is actually telling us a different story. Okay, so all these will be reviewed later on. Okay, now let's try to understand a little bit about the meridians. So what are they? So meridians, they are not like blood vessels where there is a wall that encloses the liquid inside. No, these are like a road. It's like a road, it's like a river, it's open. Okay, and the energy, bioenergy will flow along these meridians in fixed pathway. They are fixed throughout your life. They are fixed. Every human being also the same. They are fixed. Okay, as you can see in the 2 diagrams on the right-hand side here. So these are all the railway, the roads for the energy along your entire body. And their purpose is to deliver energy throughout your whole body. Okay, so in Chinese, they call it Jing Luo. In English, we call it meridians, yeah? And there are 12 main meridian channels that connects to the major organs in the body. So there are 12. And the other 2, we call them the connecting channels, okay? Where these 12 meridians will then interconnect, all right, through the remaining 2. So therefore, we call it the 12 plus 2, okay? 12 meridian channels that connects to the major organs in the body, and the 2 that interconnect all the remaining 12. Okay, now, what is bioenergy? Sometimes you hear this word qi in Chinese, or you hear this word prana. So this is basically vital energy force, okay? Vital energy force. So they are important, very important to keep us alive and to establish harmony, restore balance, and then it actually helps to heal the body. So when this bioenergy is low, is like our battery, remaining only 20%, 10%. So therefore, the functions of all the organs will be affected. If it's in chaos, okay, it can be disturbed by certain elements. Okay, and that would then lead to disharmony in the body, and you feel unease, yeah. So So that's why they are important, and I'm addressing this today. Now, can we feel the bioenergy? Are you sensitive to bioenergy? Well, those who are sensitive, all right, they shared that the energy can actually come from the top. So bioenergy, there are two types. One type is the bioenergy that comes from the food that we eat and digest, and then the energy that goes into the energy generator, the mitochondria and all that, we do get bioenergy from there. So that's why we need to constantly eat. So the stomach meridian, the spleen meridian, and all those metabolic meridians, they are important. Okay, for example, even the kidneys as well. Okay, they are actually the storage and the generator of bioenergy. So therefore, we need to keep them in good functioning condition. Now, the other bioenergy comes from the universe, okay, where it enters from outside through the head here, from the top of the head down through the central energy axis. Okay, the other way is horizontally, that is through your hand, through the palm here. I tend to feel a lot of energy coming in from here. It enters the body and then it exits the body through here. Okay, and then sometimes there are people who tells me, and sometimes I do feel it also, energy moving, like a little fish like that. You know, so it will move through the body. You can feel the sensation a bit here and there. Okay, so now I'm going to do an activity with you to see, to let you experience a little bit of the swirling bioenergy. All right, so this is what I need you to do. Put your hands together. Put your palms together, and you're going to rub. Okay, rub really, really fast and rub until it's hot. Yeah, you can feel the heat. And then after that, you stop and you will feel a lot of tingling sensation along the palm over here. Then make sure that the distance is very short. For some of us, the distance can be big. Okay, but for a starter, let's start from about 1 cm gap between your palms. Okay, now you do slow rotation like this. Okay, if you can't feel it, do it even slower. Okay, you can feel that there is a force between the two palms. It's like having two magnets from the same pole, north and north together, that prevents it from meeting. So there's a force that's pushing it away. So if you can move your hand, your palm slowly, you might be able to sense the tingling sensation between the palm. You can do this. Okay, you can actually feel the feel between the two. Okay, so you see, I cannot meet. It kind of like push the hands apart. So that is the bioenergy. Okay, so you can actually feel it. All right, now blood is different. Okay, that is energy and this is blood. So blood circulates in the blood vessels, is pumped by the heart to all parts of the body. So the function of the blood is to carry nutrients, oxygen, salts, okay, that are useful to the cells. And then after the cells process this and churn out energy and carry out functions and all that, there are byproducts that are useless, okay, to the body to get rid of from the body. So the blood is also responsible for carrying toxins, carbon dioxide to the detox organs. So what are some of the detox organs? The lung is the detox organ to clean the air in the body. Okay, the liver will detox and remove or turn harmful chemicals into less harmful, okay, or non-toxic, water-soluble or fat-soluble molecules. And then you have the kidneys that will clean the blood and the liquid and the water. So anything that's excess and water-soluble toxins and all that will be flushed out of the body. So we need the blood to circulate in order to do this function. Otherwise, okay, if the blood cannot reach the cell, let's say this is a cell. If the blood cannot reach the cell will be starving. Although we may be giving ourselves a lot of food, But nonetheless, the cells can be starving because it's not getting nutrients, oxygen, salts to it. Now, if the blood can come in, but it gets stuck somewhere and there's no blood to bring the toxins, carbon dioxide away, these cells will over time accumulate a lot of toxins in the environment, okay? In the environment, and therefore these cells will slowly die because of toxicity. So that is the reason why we do a lot of detoxification in the body. Okay, so bioenergy and blood circulation is crucial, is essential, is important for functional health. Okay, so I will call this part, these two here. Okay, promoting bioenergy and blood circulation is the best, good starting point for restoration of our health. If you are sick right now, okay, this is the good starting point to maintain, okay, to progress and restore your health. If you're already enjoying good health, this is the way to continue to maintain. So to me, this is actually the simplest way, okay, to just maintain these two and you will enjoy good health for a long time. Okay, now chakras, I'm going to mention in another talk, okay, about chakra. Chakras are the main big energy centers in the central axis of the body. These are like, I will call them like, these are the major bus interchange, you know, huge one where there are 20, 30 buses that are parked there, okay? So this is the chakra. The meridians is the bus route, the pathway that a certain bus will go to carry the passenger, drop passenger here and then, all that. So what happens is, okay, the passengers that the meridian takes on is actually what the energy. Okay, that's the route. The route is the meridian to bring the blood around. So the bars here is representing the blood. Okay, the blood. So the passengers that goes up the bars is like all the oxygen, nutrients from the lungs, and then they send it to the cells. Then the passenger drop, right? So that is like the oxygen and then the nutrients, the salt that drops in the cell. And then when it drops, there are also passengers that come out. So the passenger at the cell that comes out will be your carbon dioxide, your toxins and all that. Then it will drive to the detox organ. And then some of these harmful chemicals will start to drop off as the passengers. And then it will go back to the interchange again. So it will follow a route like this. Yeah, so that will be the meridians, the route that delivers energy. Okay, now this is the MRT or the trains. Okay, now I do not know whether your country has this, but it doesn't matter. So basically, let's say you have a train, right? The train will run on the track, metal tracks like this, the railway. So the track here actually represent the meridian. So they are fixed pathway, okay, that allows the qi to flow. And then the train here will represent the blood. Okay, so they are parallel, yeah, moving parallel. So the train here will carry the passengers, like what I mentioned earlier. Okay, now, then this train, they will stop at certain acupoints or the small stations, all right, along the entire route to allow passengers to alight and aboard. So therefore, these are like the cells or the organs, yeah, where when the blood flows there, good stuff will be delivered, the bad stuff comes on board and then it get carried away. So this is required for smooth flow, okay? Yeah, so the acupoints or the small stations here are like small energy pools, temporary stops for events to happen, okay? So now, if the meridians are blocked, meaning if something is wrong with the railway track, will the train move? The train will get stuck. So it is important for us to maintain, to clear the meridians so that we will not have this kind of blockages of the qi and the blood. Okay, now what caused the meridians to block? Negative emotions is one of the major causes. There are also other causes like pollutants, okay? and other harmful chemicals, toxins, and all those that cause the blockage. Then the other question is how to unblock. There are several ways to unblock. One is to do your meridian massage. That's why you feel good. The other way that we're talking about is to use the equipment like this, okay, to do the unblocking. Okay, so now we look first at where are the meridians. So I'm not going into detail about the meridians and all that. We just need to know the general location. Okay, so that when something happens to you at a certain location, then you know where are the blockages and which are the organ that is going to affect. Yeah. Be affected. Okay, so on the inner side of your arm here, there are 3 meridians. At the top, at the middle, and at the bottom is divided into 3 sections. There are 3 meridians here. At the top, what do you have? At the top here, you have the lung meridian. Okay, starting from your shoulder joint all the way to your thumb. So this is the lung meridian. The second one starts from here, somewhere near the breast over here, all the way to the middle of the hand and then the middle finger. And then the third one actually starts from here, the armpit, in the middle of the armpit. So all the way from here to your little finger. So now you'll know why, because let's say the heart and the pericardium are both on the hand. So when after a person had a stroke, you'll find that the hand becomes paralyzed because of the blockages in the hand. Okay, yeah. So these are the 3. On left and the right side of your hand, you have your lung, pericardium, and heart, 3 meridians. Now, at the back of your hand, okay, just now it flows from the shoulder, this portion here, to the finger. Now it flows from the finger back. It goes through the neck and then it will end at the face. Okay, so we'll go through one by one. The large intestine will start from your index finger, the tip of your index finger. It flows this way, down the shoulder, neck, and then it will pass the face to this part here of your nose. Okay, this part of your nose. That's why if you have nose blocked, it is actually indicator of a blockage in your large intestine. Okay, then the second one, which is the triple warmer. Triple warmer starts from your ring finger, okay, all the way down to the hand, and then the middle of the hand, and then the shoulder, the neck, it goes behind the ears, and then it will end at the brow. Okay, the tip and corner of the brow over here. And then the last one is from the little finger going down the bottom part of your back of your hand, and then it will zigzag through your shoulder blade, go up the neck, and then go through the face, forming a V shape, and then ending at the ears. Okay, at the ears over here. So these are the 3 meridians. At the back, large intestine on top, triple warmer in the middle, and at the bottom is your small intestine. All right, now, okay, so here at the front of your body, starting from the center of the eye, coming down the face this way, and then after that, it makes a turn to the top of the head, and then the other junction will go down the neck and then go down the body this way. So you can see how the stomach meridian actually go right through the breast. So anyone with breast issues, tumors, growth here, you will have to take note of this particular meridian here. You have to clear this meridian. And then it goes down, and then it goes down the center of the leg, passing through your thigh, passing through your knees, all the way down until the second toe. That's where it ends. Now, the second one is on the side of the body, on the 2 sides of the body. Yeah, so the meridians are always symmetrical on the left and right side. So now on the side of the body, you see starting from the corner of the eye here, it goes down around the ears, and then it goes back and forth on the side of the head. So if you have pain, headache, tension at the side of the head, okay, or you see that there's a lot of white hair on the side of the head, then you'll find that this has to do with your gallbladder and your digestion. So it's moved down the neck, it moved down the shoulder blade, shoulder here, and then moves to the front, and then after that, it moves to the side of your leg, all the way until the small toe, the smallest toe. Then the third one is the urinary bladder meridian. The urinary bladder meridian actually starts from the corner of your eye here, okay, near the nose bridge. So the two lines will actually move up to the top of the head, okay, and then it comes down, okay. Then after that, it splits into two. Each of these will split into two. So our back has actually 4 lines running down, 4 lines, okay. And then all the way until the buttock. And then after that, it runs through the back of your thigh, back of your knees, all the way down to your ankle. And then it turns to the small toe. All right. So the same on the left and right. Okay. So if you have any back problems, this part here, back problems here, it could be because of the blockage in the urinary bladder. Okay. All right. So, so let's say if you have a knee problem, which are the meridians that you can use? If it's the front of the knee, use the stomach. If it's the side here, use the gallbladder. If it's the back of the knee, use the bladder meridian. Okay, now, so the 3 move from the head to the toe. So now the return trip is from the toes, it goes back up to the torso. Okay, so the spleen meridian, starting from the big toe at the side of the big toe here, it moves up to the inner side of the leg. So it moves to the inner side of the leg, through the inner side of the thigh, okay, and then it goes up to the side of the body, all right, it goes to the side, outer side of the breast, and then come back down again. All right, so you see here that people with breast issue, all right, should also clear the spleen meridian. Okay, now the liver meridian starts from the inner side of the toe. It's still the big toe, but it's on the inner side, starting from there. And then it moves up here through the inner leg, inner thigh. Now it's going to go very close to the sex organ, the male sex organ here. All right, so male with issues like prostate or sexual performance and all that, okay, need to clear the liver meridian. All right, then it will go here to the side, and then it ends here below the breast. Okay, then third one coming from the leg is the kidney meridian. The kidney meridian actually starts from the base of the feet. So for male, let's say if you were to go down the steps, when you're going downstairs, when you press on the padding on the foot and you feel pain, that could be a sign of prostate issue or issues related to the sex organ. So for female as well, because the kidney meridian also regulate and control the sex organs, okay? Remember the base of the foot when you're coming down the steps. If there's pain, watch out for the sex organs, okay? And that is what my father felt, okay, when he was moving down the stairs. And initially he thought it's a feet problem. Yeah, so later on he found that it was the enlargement of the prostate. Okay, so they are related that way. So from there, from the base of the foot, it actually comes out and then it flows also along the inner leg and then the inner side of the knee and then the inner thigh. Okay, and then it's going to also move to this part where the sex organ is located, and then it moves up the central axis here. All right. Okay. So you see that these are the location, and you take note when you bathe and see whether there are any brown spots or red spots. If they are red spots, it's actually liver spots. Okay, if they are brown spots, okay, then it will be toxins that comes out through the skin from the body. All right, the last two, the 12 plus 2, the plus 2 is actually referring to the interconnecting vessels. We call them vessels. Yeah. So starting from here, all right, the below your lips, okay, it moves, the energy moves all the way down your middle axis here, down to this particular spot called the Hui Ying. And then after that, it continues on to go up through your back, all the way go around your head until this point below the nose. This point here in Chinese is called Ren Zhong. There's an important acupoint here that if a person lose consciousness, this is the point that you press. And then the other one is at the base of the foot, the Yongquan. These are the 2 points that can revive an unconscious person. So very critical point here. Okay, so this is how the energy flows through the body. Okay, now I think the most important thing is how do we apply? So these charts, you can easily Google the liver pathway, liver meridian, and you can find and see all these charts. Some are even more detailed, but if you want to know the details, you have to attend my advanced course. So here, okay, let's do the application. Earlier, I showed you all these pictures, right? So if you see this picture, where how to say, the pimples appear, okay, or the rash appear is at the jawline. Do you see it's at the jawline? Okay, and then it's somewhere here along the cheek. So this portion here, this portion of the jawline here is actually coming from the stomach. These are toxins from the stomach. Okay, this one is not. This is from somewhere else. This is from the stomach. Okay, and if it goes up, yeah, then this point here is from the stomach. So it goes like this, go up. So all this is from the stomach. Now, this one is also from the stomach because it's from the middle of the eye. It comes down the face here. So you see this part here. You see this portion here next to the lips. Okay. So, and here, this is the eye coming down. So this one here and this one here turning up. So you see there's some rash here and then there's some acne over here. This is actually coming from the stomach. Okay, so has to clean the stomach or unblock the stomach meridian so that the organ stomach can function better and not come out, not let all this toxin come out from the skin. Okay, then if you look at this one here, okay, the pimples appear here, and then the pimples appear on this patch over here. So this lower patch here is from the large intestine. So here, this segment here is from the large intestine. And then this segment here, and the V shape here, you see the V shape here, the horizontal V shape here, this one, and this part here. Okay, so this is actually from the stomach and large intestine. So which means that this person, okay, if you look at the center here, some of it is actually coming from the stomach. So that means that these people, okay, who has this kind of issue, they have to watch out for the food, you know, hot, spicy, oily food. Yeah, so these are cause the toxins to actually accumulate and it will just be removed from the skin. All right, so they need to watch what they're eating and probably do a intestinal cleanse, yeah, clean up the intestines. Okay, now this one appears at the back. Okay, does it mean that these are actually different problems? Okay, let's take a look. So you see the large intestine is at the top, and then the triple warmer is slightly here. And then the small intestine is actually zigzag along here. So you can see the up and down, and all that. So this portion here has to do with all these 3 meridians. One is the small and large intestines, okay? Which means that this one is also related to the food and water that they are taking. Okay, they're not careful about what they are eating. And then the other one could be hormonal imbalance, yeah, that is causing all these problems. Okay, another type of skin condition. I'm using skin rather than internal organs because internal organs, I can't tell that a person has the issue. So when there are skin spots like this, it's actually the meridian language. It's actually telling us what is going on internally. Okay. So because if it's an internal organ, I will have to do an interview with the person. If I see the spots on the outside, then I will interview and gather information. Okay. Right now, I can only use the skin to show you how important the meridians are, and through the meridians and all these these are sign language, or yeah, Braille, Braille, okay, that's telling us what's going on. Okay, now you see here, this is the center point, which is parallel to the spine. So this is the spine, all right? So this is the spine, and you see the spots growing directly above the spine line. So here, it actually corresponds to the lungs, more of the lungs. Heart is here, so it's more coming from the lungs. So if I'm looking from the perspective of the governing vessel, this person is either a smoker, okay, or the job, the hazard of the job, they may be either chefs, where they breathe in a lot of fumes from the food, okay, or they work in a dusty environment, okay. Let's say they are doing delivery and they are always in the what do you call that? The gudang, okay, the cargo house, okay, or they are in construction line, okay, or they work in renovation where they have to knock down cement or mix cement and all that, right? So they are breathing in a lot of all these polluted air, okay? So that's how they can actually get spots and skin issues like this, okay? Now, okay, then you see all the some other spots here. Okay, these spots here are coming from where? Now, this is the central axis. Okay, there's not much along the central axis, but at the side over here. So this line and this line here correspond to the bladder meridian. So if they are not drinking enough water, so it will come out through the bladder meridian. So this is also another one. So this is the spine. So at the central axis of the spine, you see this is the waistline, right? So at the waistline is here, is the kidney. So this part here is coming from the kidney. This part is coming from the stomach. Okay, this part is coming from the large and the small intestines. Okay, so this person here, okay, is the food and water, all right, that is not suitable for them. Okay, so they need to strengthen the respective meridians, the vessels, as well as those other meridians that are connected to these organs. Okay, now look at this. So many spots here. It looks random, but it's not random. So you see, this is the line of the spine, all right? Not so. This is actually the governing vessels. There's a spot here. There's a spot here. So this spot here is coming more from the lungs. This spot is coming more from the heart. So stress. So the person has stress or emotional issues. Okay, then you look at the two lines on this side of the body. This is one line coming down, and then this is the second line coming down the body. Okay, so the spots actually appear along the lines here, along this track over here. So these are actually some of those acupoints that is lining this whole thing here. So where the acupoint is blocked with toxins and negative emotions, it will throw out all this through the skin. Okay, so all these are not random spots. Like, okay, other than spots, growth. Okay, tissue growth, skin tags, warts. Okay, are they random? So you see here, it corresponds to the little finger here. This inner side, it corresponds to Shaoshang, this part. Here, this point here is the Yongquan, the start of the kidney point. And over here, this is the stomach meridian. Okay, so they are not random. So there is a reason why certain parts gives you the rash, the itch, the warts, the growth, the spots, and all that. So it is telling a story to us. Okay, so once we understand the story, then we can do something about it. So here, let's say if there is sudden itch along the inner thigh, okay, what do? You look at the chart and you see which meridians actually runs on the inner thigh. So on the inner thigh, you have your spleen, liver, kidney. Spleen, liver, kidney. So you can actually unblock all three, or you see which are the closest to the area of the itch. So it could be the spleen, the liver, and this point here, there is a point called the sea of blood, Shehai. So that means that this person's blood, okay, these two, spleen, liver, is related to the blood functions. So therefore, okay, have to cleanse and detox the blood. Okay. Now, just now I mentioned about teeth problems, all right, whether you have teeth extraction or whether you have gum infection, whether you have jaw aches and pain and all that. Now, every single tooth that we have is actually connected to a particular meridian, all right? So whether it's on the upper row of teeth or your bottom row of teeth, okay? So some are symmetrical, some are not symmetrical, so you have to look carefully. This chart, you can actually get it. You can do a screenshot or you can actually get it from the internet. You just key in teeth meridian and you will get some of these very nice charts, okay? So go and find out where are the tooth that has been extracted because of natural reasons. For example, a teeth infection. So it has been extracted before, and you will find that it corresponds to the weakness of the organs. Now, yesterday, somebody asked, what about your wisdom tooth and you have to extract your wisdom tooth? So if your jaw is too small, and it cannot accommodate all your 32 teeth, what happens is the last one is going to grow inwards. Okay, so it's not because that it is infected, okay, or cavity and all that. So that is by choice, we block it out, so that is okay. All right. But other than that, if the teeth get infected, what happens is the bacteria can actually travel through the meridian and it will affect the particular organ. So therefore, it's necessary for us to clear away all these invisible pathogens, all right, bacteria, fungus, viruses from the body. So a good complete detox is very important. Okay, now, if let's say you have had breast issue, check and see, have you ever had problems in these teeth? All right. Yeah, these are early signs that they tell you, okay, I need attention here, I need attention there. Okay, so listen. I think I learned, all right, to just listen when there are soft whispers. Okay, I start listening to the body now. Okay, I won't wait until they scream at me. All right, now next part, I'm going to talk about psychosomatic causes of illnesses. Yeah, I'm not naming names of disease because when we look at this, it's not important. Okay, leave it to the doctors to name things. But for us is whichever the condition that is named, basically at the root of the problem, everything starts from your energy circulation and it starts from your blood circulation. Any disturbance in these two will, after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, it will surely lead to something that is not desirable. Okay, so the name of the condition is totally insignificant, okay, with this respect. Therefore, I do not mention any condition. Because if you ask me, can this treat this? Can this treat this? It's not about treating. You just have to realize that the issue appears because of long-term blockage to the qi, the bioenergy, and the blood circulation. Okay, it's not about major blood circulation, not the arteries and the veins. We are talking about the circulation to through the capillaries to the individual cells. Those are the areas that requires the qi to push and move the blood to those areas. Okay, so now we are talking about negative emotions, the impact of negative emotions to the physical body. Okay, so because after I've learned this, okay, I no longer want to actually dwell in negativity, because eventually you will feel the impact in the body. Okay, why so? Because whenever there is a trigger event, it depends on how you respond to the trigger event. If you think nothing of it, push it aside, and you continue to be happy, actually, that is the best response. All right. A happy person, you seldom find a happy, positive person burdened with a lot of illnesses. All right. So who is likely to get sick, happy or unhappy? You'll find that an unhappy person later on in life tends to have all sorts of conditions. Okay, so how does it go that direction? So it starts with a trigger event, and if we think negatively about that event, okay, then we feel negatively, okay, and then I'll show you later what are all these negative feelings. Yeah, okay. Now, for example, sadness, grief. Even if it's good, for example, you lose somebody you love, all right, somebody dear to you, you feel the grief. Yes, that's good. You miss them. But if you prolong it, or if it's very intense, what happens is later on, we don't know when, but later on, you'll find that these two organs, or these two meridian, lung meridian, large intestine meridian, okay, or the organ itself, the lung and the large intestines, will get some kind of issues. Okay, then stress, prolonged stress, long-term stress, or a lack of joy will lead to your heart or small intestine, pericardium, triple warmer will have blockages. So it will either affect the organs, or it will affect the meridian. Where are these 5 meridians? There are 6 meridians. They are all at the hand. Okay or not? So if it's not the organ problem, the hand will have problem. Either the shoulder will have problem, the elbow here will have problem, the wrist will have problems, the fingers will have problems. All right, because along here the meridians get blocked. Okay, next one, worry and anxiety, stomach and spleen meridians. Okay, so I have seen in many cases of breast issues, okay, the person actually have a lot of worry and anxiety issues throughout their whole life. Okay, now then of course that will also affect your digestion. Yeah, now if you are constantly angry, bitter, hatred, or depression, including postnatal depression, it will affect the liver and the gallbladder. Okay, so either the organs will affect here, your digestion, your detoxification. If not, it's going to affect menstrual cycle, the quality of your blood, all this. Now, fear is another one. Okay, so fear of all kinds of things. Fear of your finances, fear of your future, fear of your career, all right, all kinds of fear of exams. So all this is going to affect your kidney and your bladder in the long term. Okay, so it can affect the sexual performance, it can affect your brain, it can affect your bones. So you start to have arthritis problems. Okay, it can affect the back as well. Okay, yeah, because of the bladder meridian. Now, interestingly, I will share a story with you about a family. Okay, they went to Thailand for a holiday, and they brought the children to the zoo. Okay, and there were monkeys, wild monkeys that are hanging around, and her child was holding a packet of junk food. Okay, those those crispy things that they are eating, and out of a sudden, a monkey just run to the boy, snatched the packet of food away from him, and ran away. Okay, and when the family came back to Singapore, okay, the mother called me and said that the child, since that trip, could not control his bladder. Okay, the child no longer can control the bladder. So the child is only about 11, 12 years old, and cannot attend lessons because every 5 minutes Every 5 minutes, he feels that his bladder is full and he wants to go to the toilet. And when he goes to the toilet, there's only 1 or 2 drops of urine that comes out. So he always have that constant feeling of a full bladder. So he cannot focus in class. He feels that he cannot hold his bladder. So he's in and out of the classroom for a week already. Okay, so the mother asked me, okay, what to do with the child? Okay, is there anything that can help? So I asked, had anything happened prior to coming back? Then this incident was related to me. Then, okay, I said, I know what happened now. Okay, the child had a fright. It was an intense fear. So therefore, work on this kidney and urinary bladder meridian. Okay, go and use things like this to unblock the meridian. And soon after that, I received news that the boy is back to normal. Okay, so intense negative feeling, when it's sudden, when it's intense, or when it's prolonged, okay, sometimes the impact can be immediate. Sometimes the impact will take 2-3 years. And by 2-3 years over, you will never think that that was that event that triggered a condition that happens 5 years, 10 years down the road. Okay, yeah. So the negative feelings here will block these meridians, yeah, and then it will disrupt energy flow. And then the energy flow will then prevent the blood from flowing to individual cells, and there will be blockage there. So the cells not getting the nutrients, oxygen, salts, and not able to discharge away the toxins will get, in the end, get killed by their own toxicity. Okay, yeah. So cells will start to lose the function. So our organ may have 100,000 cells. So if one at a time starts to die, and then eventually the organ will lose its function over time. Okay, then the person will start to have symptoms. Initially, the symptoms will come and go. Eventually, the symptoms stay. It becomes a chronic condition, or it can be an acute condition. Okay, so this is the definite part. So now I'm going to use the MagHealy here to show you how actually the scan is actually done. So there is a Meridian module here. I'm going to play this to show you how the scan is carried out. All right, so basically you just follow the steps when you select your name, okay, that you want, the person whom you want to scan, use the blue app, and then after that connect to the MagHealy, and then you will see the scan running this way. The first part is the coherence scan. Yeah. Okay, the first part here is the coherence scan, which is scanning all your meridians, all the 12 meridians. So it's going down, and then you can see the pathway and the acupoint. Very therapeutic, but I'm going to skip this, and then I'm going to straight to the next part here. After the scan, it will show you a report. Okay, so this is the report. Yeah, so from the report over here, it will show you your meridians, all your meridians. What is the state of all the meridians here? All right, so the blue region, this is for normal, good health. And then the red is for excess energy there, hyperactive. The gray region here is hypoactive, is under, okay, not enough energy here. All right, so when it's in the gray zone, you will input energy to support. Now, when it's overactive, you have to drain away a bit of the energy. So the blue region is the balanced state. So you want to find out, lung for this person is very, very imbalanced, 88%. Stomach left is 46, okay, overactive. So from here, you know whether the meridian is on the left side of the body, the right side of the body, where are the blockages. Okay, so you can use it if you are a therapist, you will know how to help your clients. If it's for your own self or for your family, you will then tick. All right, you can tick up to 3 of this and then move on to the next portion, which is the acupoint scan. After the acupoint scan, it will identify your negative emotions. Okay, I'm going to show you. So this is the acupoint scan. So it's going down the pathway again to highlight. When you see one spot there, that is the point that is blocked. Then because of that, it will find, okay, what is the actual emotions that's causing the blockage at that point? And then the third last stage is to look for solutions, the frequency in the Meridian program, the frequency in the homeopathic program, okay? So that is the last part. What frequency is suitable for you? So you see here, lung, meridian. This is acupoint 08. This is the name of the meridian. This is the emotions that's causing the blockage. And this is the solution, okay, to counter, to rebalance and harmonize the energy in that particular acupoint and meridian pathway. Okay, so I'm going to show you reports of people who have gone through depression for many years. So right now they are having digestive issues. Okay, and it shows here stomach meridian acupoint 21. Okay, name of the acupoint and what was the emotions that is stuck there. Okay, so when you are angry and when you hate a person, you are directing the negative energy to that particular point, and that emotions does not leave you. It gets stuck in your body. All right. So here, this person is red with anger with either a situation or a person. If not, angry with life in general. So angry, you can feel the anger of this person that leads to hatred. Okay, and after that, the person suffered from depression. Okay, so with this meridian analysis, it actually pick up what was the thing that is causing the depression. Now, this next one here is the scan results of a person who has gone through a divorce. And the reason for that is there is a third party in the marriage. So the husband initiated the divorce. So this is the wife, this is the female. The liver meridian acupoint 10 is stuck with these emotions, disappointment or frustration, either in terms of what my partner expects of my sexual performance, or you're disappointed and frustrated at myself. That means at herself, blaming herself for not being more performant. So there are two feelings here. Sometimes she feels that, you know, you're so disappointed with your partner. Okay, you have like given birth to 2 or 3 children, and then you put your whole attention to your children. Okay, sometimes you neglected the husband's needs. So, or you're so tired, and after having children, you're not so into sex anymore. Okay, so in a way, it's boring sex. It's not those exciting sex. So therefore, the partner has shifted to another person. Okay, so sometimes she blames the partner, sometimes she blames herself. Now, these feelings are actually stuck in the body. Can you see how scary it is? All right, so don't linger in negative emotions, because it is like drinking poison and then expect somebody else to die, to suffer. Okay, so it doesn't work that way. All your negative emotions, the more intense and the more prolonged, it will get stuck here. So if let's say these emotions take place for 1 year or 2 years, imagine it's not just a liver or lung, then it will be 2 or 3 points. Sometimes it will come out 2 or 3 points, all stuck by the same emotions. Okay, yeah. All right, so the main thing is not what comes out. Whatever that I show you is all in the past. Okay, it's all in the past. So therefore, look to the future. Take care of the meridian. There is a way to unblock it. So over here, you have the meridian with energy. The Koreans have tested and showed that every meridian actually got a certain frequency. Acupoint also got a certain frequency. So these are the meridian programs that we have in the MagHealy here. And these here are the frequencies and it shows exactly which frequency is being given to unblock all your meridians and all the emotions that are attached to it. So it's customized, meaning that when it pick up those emotions, it will give it to you. It won't give that particular frequency to another person. So it's all customized, individualized according to what emotions you have and that get stuck and blocked in your body. Okay, so the timer, 41 minutes for one program, it will auto run, and then you just need to control the strength of the frequency or the microcurrents that you want to have. Okay, so you just place this MagHealy directly on your belly button, okay, for 40 minutes. So after that, it will be done. So you can move from one meridian to the next. And I would recommend to complete the full set of meridian programs over here. Okay, now if you have this little device, the Healy, you can also use the Meridian programs in the Healy using microcurrent, wear your straps and cables, or use your Healy coil to receive the frequencies to unblock, to harmonize, to balance. Okay, so you can choose from here. You can also do the scan using the Blue app for all these Meridian 1, Meridian 2, or the Watch Meridian. Okay, so hang on, let me stop the recording here.